It is time for episode 68 of Ask Tamily, and our guest today is Rachel. Her Instagram name is RVA Love, so you should follow her if you aren't already, and she will be joining in just a moment. It's connecting. We have some questions planned, but live questions are the most fun. So, hi, Rachel.
Hi!
I love that we're both sitting on the floor for this interview.
I'm a floor girl. I love it.
We all are, really, in the Tamily.
Right?
So, thank you so much for being our 68th interview for Ask Tamily. I'm so excited.
68, that's crazy.
It is 68. I can't even believe it.
Wow, when did you guys start doing this? I can't remember. I remember, but I don't remember.
I think I was looking at our first post, just recently. I think it was July of 2018. So it's way over a year.
Wow.
It's insane. But it's so exciting that, really we've barely gotten through anyone in the Tamily because there's, so many of us. But 68 isn't that many Tamily members. It's a heck of a lot of Saturdays.
Well, so awesome that you guys do this.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for joining us. So, as we're talking, I'll scroll through the chat, and we'll see if there's any live questions, but we do have some questions planned for you.
I have notes, because you guys were going to ask me dates, and I'm, not the girl who remembers what year that was.
Yes, and we want to know all we can know. So we'll start with, when and how did you start with the Tracy Anderson method?
Okay, well, probably like a lot of people, I saw the Oprah Gwyneth Paltrow, which was probably the first time I ever heard the name. And then after that, I saw that she had the book out. I was strictly yoga and running, so I've always worked out. And I had the book and read the book and was interested in it in a while and kind of kept seeing all the metamorphoses, infomercials that were out. And this was, fall 2011 was when I kind of started. So I sat on the book for a little while. I kind of sat on it for a while. And then I just decided, okay. I said, I quit yoga. I was 3 months, I'm doing this. And I actually I didn't think I could work out by myself. I really thought I needed to, leave the house. I didn't realize how much I actually fell in love with just having the solitude of just me, no competition. My life revolved around, what time class was. Now I can fit class into whenever I want. And I've been playing around with, doing the mornings, doing the evenings, all over the place. And both times have their own pros and cons.
Yeah. It seems like you've been posting a lot about 5 a.m. workouts and stuff. So
it's either 5 a.m. or 5 p.m.
Okay.
It's one or the other. And in Florida here, 5 p.m. is nice because it's really hot. And I'm a morning girl, so I actually like the challenge of having to dig a little deeper.
Okay.
It seems like it's really easy to do first thing in the morning, but to do it in the evening, I have to kind of tap into something extra. So it's an extra challenge.
That's a great point. I would have to do that in the morning, and I won't do it. So that's why I do it in the evening because it's easier for me then. But that's such a great point to think about, doing it because it's takes going deeper and kind of getting to that level.
Absolutely.
So since you've been doing the method, what kind of results have you seen, especially since you were already physically active before?
Yeah, well, I think, as everybody says, it just kind of redesigns your body a little bit. I probably felt a lot boxier in here from doing yoga. I was strong, but I wasn't balanced. So I think as a lot of people start, it's for the physical results, but gosh, I don't even know if I even work out now for that. It's so much more mental than therapy. It's just, I remember Tracy saying it's like brushing your teeth every day. It's just something that pretty much needs to happen every day.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't plan rest days, plan, life plans rest days, and I assume that I'm going to work out every day. It's just a question of, okay, what time am I working out tomorrow? Is the morning going to work? Is the evening going to work? Because I just feel better when I do.
So when you do it in the evening, do you do that like before you eat dinner and stuff?
Before dinner, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Which always makes it challenging to try to then you have to take a shower and then make dinner, so it makes it a little trickier. But
yeah.
And I tend to watch what I'm eating a little bit more throughout the day since I know that I need to. Because I like the morning workouts because I do like to work out fasted. But obviously I cannot fast till 5. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't. I usually eat like 11 or 12, so.
Okay. So Nicole is asking, how long did you do yoga before you started Tracy Anderson?
Oh, gosh. I did yoga from early 20s.
Okay.
And running. Yeah. And I loved the physical yoga. I loved the popping up into hands,
Yeah. Did you continue running at all when you started Tracy, or did you stop?
Well, when I first started Tracy, and I started probably, when did I say, 2011, 2012, I started the Metamorphosis, and I just had a puppy.
Okay.
So I used to do, the 30 minutes of muscular structure, the 30 minutes of cardio, and then I would run my dog for 30 minutes. So I really kept on that for a long time.
Okay.
But yeah, I was thinking, and I was looking, as I was scrolling back through my Instagram, trying to figure out when I first post, just different things. I was I used to do dance cardio a lot more than I do now because I have all these posts of me doing dance cardio. And honestly, since I've been in, I don't think I've done it one day, maybe one day since I've been in this house. I kind of go on through phases with it. I forget about it sometimes.
So do you usually stick with Attain, or do you switch to intermediate? What's your routine?
I would say that I do Attain, but I definitely like to look at all the classes. Sometimes I like to add on Start. Sometimes, half the time I like Attain because it's more of a brain game too. And honestly, I'll look at my watch and know that I burn a lot more calories when I do Attain as compared to Fundamental, and sometimes that's what drives my decision.
Yeah.
I did Attain last night, and then I did it again this morning, and it was hard last night. I just couldn't get it together, and I was what's going on? And then you go back for it again, and you're I totally understood and got everything. So I guess I enjoy the challenge of that, the accomplishment of doing what you don't think you can do.
Yeah. Do you ever do any of the bonus content, for the Centrics or anything?
I have, but
not regularly.
Yeah, no.
And what is your I know you've said life tells you when you need to do the rest days, but kind of what's your theory about rest days?
Not feeling guilty. Because sometimes, I think we can all relate to that. You sometimes feel guilty when you take a rest day. And not to take the rest day and realize you take the rest day, and sometimes you come back even stronger. And so just, I don't know, listening to your body sometimes too. I think it's your body doesn't necessarily need it, but the stress of having to try to figure out how you're going to fit in the workout is so stressful to your day that you're better off. The benefits of having the workout is not worth the stress that it causes trying to fit it in.
Right.
When you schedule out every 5 minutes, and you're okay, I have exactly 55 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the day your video buffers too, and then you're oh my goodness.
Of course, yes. Without fail. And I think Tracy has said that too. You shouldn't put that undue stress on yourself because you're actually causing more damage than what you could gain from the workout if it's to that stressful of a degree.
Oh, and I keep sliding.
It's a special effects. So you started in 2011, which obviously we weren't all on Instagram and
that was when everybody was doing the boards on her website.
Yeah,
I was never active on the boards.
Okay.
I only stocked the boards or whatever you would call it. I didn't participate because I think the boards were so confused. It's different now because everybody's on the same page. When they had the boards, there was all the different centrics. Everybody was doing different, somebody was at on metamorphosis, somebody was on year 2, so everybody was all over the place. So when somebody was talking about a particular class, you couldn't relate because you're like, hey, everybody was in a different spot. So yeah, Instagram definitely brought it all together. And I remember that first, because I guess I got Instagram and started following Tracy, of course, and then she posted a contest. And I don't even, when she first released streaming, and I don't even remember what the contest was about, but I think that's when my ears kind of perked up and people started posting, and I wasn't streaming yet, and it was all brand new. But I think I started streaming probably no more than 6 months into when it first got released.
Okay, wow.
And then I think it took me a little longer to post. When did I say I did my first post? October 2015. So I don't even know what year streaming started, but
okay, I think it started in 15. I think because I started till 16, and it had already been out. But that's interesting. So how long was it once you posted? When did you post a workout video?
Well, I was on Instagram before that, but just because, so I think I did a post, I guess October 25th, and introduced myself as a family member. Hi out there, I do Tracy Anderson too, kind of thing.
That's so fun.
I don't know. I didn't look in my archives for that information from when that post was to when the first one. But I was looking, and it's amazing, looking back at yourself now that we're, almost in 2020, about how much, because I look at myself doing the same donkey kicks that I was doing 5 years ago, and I can see how different, you can watch yourself and critique yourself, and wow, I didn't quite get it back then. I get it a little different now.
Exactly.
So it was interesting, scrolling back, getting
so
ready for this interview.
How did it change, or did it change the workout for you, having a connection with all the Tamily members online versus before? Even with the boards, it just wasn't the same kind of connection.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember too, it used to almost, if you go to a class, a yoga class per se, you go to the class, then after class you chat with people for a minute after class. So my routine was, I'd do the workout, and then I'd still sit on my mat, but I'd scroll through Instagram and post my workout and get to see what other people thought about it. So I guess it kind of had that community feel to it. And it's always exciting, if I have a week that I don't want to say don't like, because everything's awesome. But if I'm struggling for a week, but everybody else is it's so good, it makes me say, okay, I need to give it another chance, obviously, So, it's good on so many levels.
Have you ever been to a studio, or have you ever met Tracy?
Yes, I've seen Tracy 2 times. I went to a crash course actually here in Orlando.
Okay.
She doesn't do the crash courses anymore, but it was 2016.
Okay.
Which is so funny because I live 2 miles now from where it was. If I little birdie would have tapped me and said, "Oh, in a couple of years you'll be living right down the street,"
That is hilarious.
So yeah, crash course, and that was when I went. We had that Girl Got Your Back challenge. So 2 of the girls that I was doing that with, we all met and did that. And then I went to the 59th Street Studio, May 2018. It was for Christina's birthday, and we were going to take some class. I was there for the weekend, so I took some classes. But the meetup that we had, Tracy ended up showing, surprising everybody and showing up to the class. And I think it ended up being a fundamental class.
Okay, that's awesome.
So yeah, and I mean she's everything everybody says. So everybody knows.
Yes, she is. People worry you'll meet her and be disappointed. I'm like, no. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you ask her a question or anything?
No, oh my gosh, I was so nervous. No, don't think I asked her any questions.
Okay. What would be your advice advice to someone that's new to the Tamily?
Maybe not to like get so much in your head about, just do it. Like, just go to the mat, start, just do it every day. Don't think about it, just do it. Because I think too, like, I understand why people have a hard time starting to exercise, because I always say it's easier just to do it every day than it is to do it like 3 times a week or 4 times a week. It's just easier just to assume it's part of your day.
Yep, I totally agree.
Yeah, I don't understand the people that can do it 3 days a week.
Right.
I think that's why every once in a while I fall into, like, I haven't worked out in a week hole. It's been a while, but you do like a couple days, you're like, what's another day? And before you know it, it's,
Yeah, exactly.
So it's easier to do it every day.
Have you faced any challenges in doing the method?
Every time I decide to start a dance cardio when I haven't done it in a while, I definitely am walking around in pain for a week from my calves hurting from not being used to, because I always think I can just go for it like day one. I'm like, I'm going to do dance cardio for 30 minutes, and I haven't done it in 5 months.
Yeah.
And then the first day I feel okay, and then the second day I do it again, and I'm like, my calves hurt so bad.
Yeah, exactly. Then you can't even walk.
Right, exactly. So yeah, definitely being a little overzealous sometimes with dance cardio, and yeah, but other than that, I don't think so. I mean, I think a lot of people, if I have to, if I'm cranking my head too much to watch Tracy, I'll like get a pain in my neck, and then I'll know I need to like keep my head on straight.
Right.
And count my own reps and not watch her so much and stuff like that. But I can kind of correct that because I know when it happens, and when my neck starts hurting, I know it's because I'm spending too much time trying to watch the screen.
Yeah, exactly. That's hard though, because I don't want to count for whatever reason. I hate counting. And I just want to watch her and do like exactly her same pace, and then you realize like if you're straining, that's not
right. And especially in certain positions, right? I have to.
Exactly.
So yeah, that would probably be the only thing. I think a lot of people say like wrist in the beginning, just being on like your hands and knees and.
But it's funny, like, because that does feel like it's something that's going to be a big deal, and maybe for the first few months, and people will say like, I don't know how you handle that wrist pain, and I'm like, the wrist pain went away 4 years ago. Like it, your wrist gets stronger, like everything else gets stronger.
Right, exactly.
Have you learned anything from Tracy that you would like to share with the Tamily?
Probably so much. I mean, I think, as she's developed over all these years, it used to be very just fitness-based, but now she's really tapping into a lot of other things and kind of bringing everything together like a complete package. And I kind of like that aspect. I don't listen to the performance, but I hear like the little bits and pieces, and yeah, I think it's really interesting how everything's kind of come full circle, and it's the whole package. It's not just about food, but yeah, just all her philosophies on food and eating, and I think there's definitely something to gain from all of that, and just showing up on the mat every day and just like this is where I process. Like, I don't think my brain would work very well if I didn't like have this time.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And I feel like I bring a different person to the mat every day. And it's super fun. Like I said, it doesn't even necessarily feel like it's just fun.
Right. I don't know how people do things, to me, that seem like,
boring or
treadmill for an hour? No way.
Right. And I've been really, I've been enjoying that they're sharing their playlists now, because I usually make my own playlist, but it's been really fun to dig through theirs and add,
Yeah, and especially hearing something that you would probably never choose.
Right.
But, yeah.
I know. I stole a bunch of Courtney's songs from her new playlist and added it last night. She had a bunch of good songs. I was like, you think you've like added every like possible like workout song to your catalog, but I'm always finding something new.
Yeah. And her taste is so awesome to me. Like, she'll do a lot that are totally songs I would normally pick, and then she'll do something that I'm like, I would never even look that up, but it fits. Like,
right.
Sick.
What was that one? She had the Instagram post about the sounds of music. Remember that one? Did you see that post? It was like the sounds of music or something.
Really? No, I don't think I saw that. That's funny.
But that's another reason why working out in the evening's better too, because I can have my music louder, and I really like it. Like, I like it loud.
That's true. Yeah.
And I got in trouble with a neighbor.
I think I saw your post about that.
Yeah. Like, it's like, who's up at 5 o'clock in the morning and can hear my music anyways?
Yeah.
I guess Ivan did, so we keep it down for him now.
Well, yeah, the music, I mean, it has such an effect on the workout. Like, it's a key part. Like, is that something that you feel about, just kind of energizing the workout, that it comes from the music?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big music person anyways, like if I'm in the house, I either have music in my ears or a podcast in my ear. So.
Yeah, it definitely has a big influence.
Yeah. And putting the playlist together and all that stuff. And I used to love listening to Tracy's, but the sound quality was so bad, it was hard to listen to it loud, so then I started making my own.
Yeah. Sometimes you couldn't even tell what song it was.
Right. Exactly.
What is something that's important to you that you would want to share with the Tamily?
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to talk about yourself for an hour.
It gets easier.
Yeah, see, you're a pro at it.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I've never done, like, the live, because you do the live workout videos, and I know, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it's not for everybody, but it's something, it makes the workout totally different. Like, you should try it and see what you think.
Maybe I'll try it one of these days. It surprises me how many people still don't know about Tracy Anderson.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, our community's big, but it's not that big.
Yeah, like, I feel like they're like, what workout? And I'll tell them, and they'll just look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, never mind.
And then they're like, well, what do you do? So, like, if you're telling someone about it and they ask you to describe the workout, like, how would you describe it?
How would I describe it? I don't know. I mean, I think that it always changes, so you're never, like, building any, doing, like, the repetition of, like, doing, like, the elliptical or running, or so you're not, like, overdeveloping any muscle. I think that it's kind of meditative. Like, it's, I don't know how I would describe it. I think, that's a good question.
How do you feel?
People that ask me, they're like, is it like bar class? Is it like Pilates? And, I probably go into some spiel about how she, like, works the accessory muscles, and she, doesn't, tax the, what does she call them, like, horse muscles, the big, strong muscles.
Yeah. I sometimes tell people it's similar to, like, some moves from yoga, which I haven't done that much yoga in my life. Since you have, do you see similarities, or would you call that out at all?
Yeah, in, like, a completely different way. I mean, sure, I'll still even call them, what do they call them, like an arabesque, whatever, and I'm like, it's like three-legged dog.
Yeah.
So I'll still, like, in my head call it. I feel like a lot of times I'll, like, name the moves, like, in my head.
Yeah.
For, like, certain things.
I do the same thing. Like the torture move or whatever.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's always, it's fun learning. This week's good, though. Mm-hmm. Fundamental's really good, too. I was really torn this morning about which class to do. But since I don't know, the more defeated I am, the more I want to, like, do it.
Mm-hmm. I did attain for the first time last night. Like, for the first time in, like, a year.
Okay.
And I could do it, so that's amazing.
Right? So what are you going to do today then?
I think I'm going to do Attain. I think I'm going to try to do it for this week. And then I'll probably go back to
I did the Courtney one today. I really liked it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a whole different thing because I think in the past, especially like with streaming, at one point, it was only Attain, but then it was just beginner and Attain, and there was a lot
of content now.
Yes. But you shouldn't feel bad. Fundamental is a fantastically difficult workout. So I always struggle with that, thinking I'm not really doing it. It's still a very, very good workout.
Yeah.
And it's just
sometimes the moves are they're more simple, so you can really hone in on making sure you're lifting your leg properly. Sometimes there's so much going on that it's hard to get into the details. Sometimes I can exactly. Get a little more detail oriented with it.
Yeah, one of the moves that's in Attain this week, where you kick your leg up and you do 2 different types of planks. I'm my form is so horrible on this.
Right.
It's just bam, bam. Yes. Oh my God, this can't be good for me. I need to slow down and get it right, even if I only get 3 reps in, because I was I'm throwing my legs all over the place.
Right.
Crazy.
But the arms have been really good lately. I feel like she's doing all the palm rotations a lot more. I think it was especially last week. Both classes, the arms were oh my goodness.
Yes.
And it was the palm rotations. I don't think we've done as many lately.
Yeah, last week, I think it might have been Attain arms. I really wanted to put my arms down, and I don't usually feel like that. I was whoa. Courtney's arms will make me feel like that. But I don't usually feel like that in the regular workout. When she's done the multitask arms, oh my God. Yeah. Courtney's arms are ridiculous.
Yeah, Attain arms with Courtney were really a lot of fun today.
Yeah. So Hannah has a question for you.
Yes, Hannah. Oh,
do your kids ever tam with you?
They have, but no.
Not on a regular basis.
But it's,
That's fun. Natalie has a question too. How did you manage to get Greg to work out with you? My man would never. And how does the method help you?
That is a good question. I don't know. He's interested and he does it. And he doesn't complain except if there's splits.
Okay.
It's it rolls his eyes. There's a lot of stuff to talk about the split. So I don't know. He just does it.
How long has he been doing it? Does he do it every day with you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
And he used to go to a chiropractor and have all these back problems. Hasn't been to a chiropractor since he's been doing the method regularly, so it really helps him out. He usually does extra weighted arms.
Okay.
So he does wrist weights when we do free arms. So he adds a little bit more weight that way.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Every once in a while, he'll have a little problem with flexibility because as girls are just a little more flexible.
Right. Yeah, you can tell that just even watching in the class, when there's guys in the class that I'm that's not really what everyone else is doing.
But I think he likes the splits because it's just like a water break for him.
That's a good idea.
So,
what's your favorite part of the Tracy Anderson method?
My favorite part that it's new every week. It's just amazing that I don't know how when we used to do metamorphosis and continuity, we did it for 10 days.
Oh my God.
Because by 6 days, I'm what's next? And I think everybody feels so excited that when she doesn't post till late, it's so hard because I just want to stay up and keep refreshing and seeing, what does the next week look like? And it's just it's exciting that it's new and it's different and it's a challenge. It's either a challenge some weeks or some weeks it's okay, I totally got this, and you feel good about getting it, and other times you don't get it, but you feel good that you keep trying to get it. And so I think that's what I really like about it, that it's ever changing, and I like that she never stays stagnant in anything, and you never know what to expect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you know what she needs to do that Courtney does is I like it when she Courtney held up the weights.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
sometimes if you don't have time to watch the breakdown, I'm like staring at it. I'm like,
Yes.
are those 1.5s or?
And it's funny to me that you can stare that much and then get the weights wrong. Like, I've done it wrong for like 2 days and then finally realized, I'm like, I'm so looking at this. Why can't I see what weights they are? But yeah, Courtney does a great job of that. We need Tracy to.
I know, especially when Tracy wears the black leggings too. It's really
Yes.
fun.
Yes, and her tiny little legs and ankles, like, I can't tell if.
I know, she's so teeny tiny. I mean, I'm only 5. I'm 5'2". So but Tracy even felt teeny tiny to me.
Yes, she is such a little human.
She's cute, but with such a big presence.
Seriously, oh my gosh.
I mean, she just, yeah.
The biggest spirit possible. Do you have a motivational quote that you would like to share with the Tamily?
Oh, well, the only thing I thought about this. The only thing I can think of is I always said, like, wake up and be awesome. Which is, like, so simple. But I love motivational quotes and all that. But that's probably, and I've always shortened it down to wooba.
Idea.
And I've always said it, like, I actually have a little frame that somebody got me that actually has it now that's in my kitchen that says wake up and be awesome, because that was, I don't know, probably the one that, like, stuck with me the most.
That's fantastic.
Like, it's like, just so simple, but, you know.
Yeah. So, when you do your 5 a.m. workouts, what's your routine about it and about, like, making it happen at that hour?
Well, I'm a coffee drinker. So I need to wake up, and if I work out at 5, I have to wake up at 4:30 because I need 2 cups of coffee.
Okay.
Before I work out. And usually if it's at 5 o'clock, I don't drink water when I work out. I've never been. But if it's 5 o'clock, I will have a cup of coffee. And if there's time to take a sip in between anything, I will sip coffee.
Okay. Do you drink it hot?
Yes.
Okay.
And I drink it cold. Like, I'll drink it any way I can get it. Like, I just love coffee.
Okay. Well, and you're in Florida, so you might not need heat and humidity, but do you use heat and humidity during the workout also?
I mean, I've been, like, all over the place. So I have used heat and humidity before. I've worked out outside. You know, when I was in Virginia, the summers were great for that, too. So, I don't know. Florida's new for me. Like, right now, I'm in my garage, and it is, 12:30, and it's 79 degrees and 63% humidity. So it's nice not to have to pull electricity and stuff like that. Yeah. So I love it, like, the hotter it is, but I don't know how low it would have to get before I start, like, pulling out my heater and humidifier.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Which is another benefit for working out later, so...
True.
We'll see.
I miss Florida workouts so much. I moved to South Carolina 4 months ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh. That 90 degrees and 90% humidity I could get.
Right.
Oh, I miss it. I'm jealous.
Yeah. But morning workouts are nice because then you don't, when you do the 5 o'clock workouts, you've already kind of eaten a little bit during the day, and then you're kind of hungry for dinner.
Yeah.
So, and I have to drink so much water after I work out at night. I feel like I'm, like, peeing all night.
That's true. I hate that part of it.
Because you do really late.
Oh, yeah. It's just when I can fit it in. But I need to think about what you said, and if it's harder for me at 5 a.m., maybe that's the time I should do it, because I should tap into that other level.
Just an extra layer, right?
Exactly. So, I know you kind of mentioned this already, but we want to ask you anyway. Where do you live and what do you do?
Oh, I am in Orlando, Florida. I am a hairdresser by trade. Yeah, and I've actually done hair my whole life. So, yeah. In Orlando, yeah, it's nice here, I think. I think I like it. But I'm a hairdresser going gray. I've decided.
Are you really?
I'm gonna, like, go, like, close, like, yeah.
Really?
I'm gonna go more natural. I don't know what's in store for me in 5 years. But yeah, I'm not putting dark brown over my roots. No more.
Okay. Because I'm on jet black every 4 weeks in order to keep up with this gray mess.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what's in store for me. You know, there's a whole thing about a lot of women are going a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do as far as like letting it grow up. You guys will tell me, right, if it looks really bad. That's the next thing. I can always go color it.
You need to like color the rest of it gray and just get it to like go all the way back.
I think if I bleached my ends out that much, it would like snap up. I keep telling grad guys, like, one day I might just shave my head.
That might be a good way to just start.
Yeah.
It might be a little scary.
But yeah, so.
So I don't know how many other Ask Tamily interviews you've watched, but can you tell us if you've had a good takeaway from another Ask Tamily interview?
All of them. I haven't watched them all. I've never watched one live.
Okay.
Now that I started really getting into podcast. You know, so I always have my headphones in if I'm like walking the dog or doing, you know, chores. I always have so now I've kind of started going back and doing the YouTube that. You know, I never watch the interviews, but I'll listen to them. And I just started. There's so much material, and it's just really cool to hear everybody talk, and it's amazing. Everybody's so different. So I think that's been just really neat, just to get to know everybody a little bit and hear their stories and how they came to the method. And I think a lot of people do have the same, you know, I feel like so many people are, I saw on Oprah with Gwyneth Paltrow. And
yeah, exactly. It's funny the similarities amongst everyone, and then also learning about the differences and all the different places people live and what they do, and I think that is like the most inspirational thing about it.
Yeah, and it's so fun. Just look, you know, it's fun as it is to do the workout. It's so fun, like the day after content gets released, to see what everybody else thinks about it. You know what I wonder, because I know that you always ask, like, who in the family inspires you, and I was thinking about that. Then I started thinking about what happened to all the people that used to post all the time that just vanished. We need a where are they now, Tamily?
We do. Yeah. Some of them stopped doing the method.
Right. And some people vanished, and some people, you know, started doing something different, but every once in a while, I remember.
Yeah, like some people post about, you know, other workouts that they're doing now and stuff, but other people, especially if it was a TAM account and they stopped tamming, their account is like gone. And I don't, you know, always follow, like if someone else has some other different account, I really only follow like Tamily accounts. And I've done that, like looking back at like people that I talked to all the time, and you know, their last post is from like 4 years ago. Like,
yeah. And then every once in a while you're like, wait, what happened to that person?
Yeah. It would be wonderful if we could do a Where Are They Now or a Tamily alumni or something. Right.
But it's good. There's so many people that are so inspiring, and some people, gosh, they're so busy. It's just amazing how everybody just finds the time to fit it into their lives.
Yeah.
But I think too, like, I don't really watch like TV. You know, it's like the things that you have to give up to.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. For me to have any Instagram time, there's no TV in my life at all.
And if I was to turn on something on Netflix, I would be like this. Like, I would still be on it. That's probably why I never watch TV. I never get, like, sucked into anything. Because, I'm multitasking.
Yeah. If I lay down to watch something on Netflix, I pick it out and I'm asleep before it starts.
Yeah. Now, I did watch, what's it called? The Game Changer?
Okay, I've heard about that.
About the plant-based diet.
Okay. What did you think?
It's so interesting to me. I wish they would have a meal plan, like the one he eats.
Yeah.
Greg does a lot of keto.
Okay.
So we eat that way a lot. We're definitely like not like in ketosis or anything, but eat that way a lot. And that's a lot. Like I eat meat pretty much every day. Like not like nerdy keto, like just bacon and burgers
Right.
or anything like that. But there's definitely like a lot of meat in my diet, so I'm like, it's interesting, plant-based. I keep hearing about it like over and over again. I like that Will Cole guy. He does the Ketotarian.
Okay.
He does the Goop podcast.
Okay.
I think he has a new book out. Yeah, I think his philosophy on eating's interesting. I need to look more into it. But I'm still so old school. Like all those Gwyneth Paltrow cookbooks that were so popular. Like I still cook so much out of those.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a whole different perspective.
Right. Well, you're cooking now. You're not a cook. You don't.
Oh God, and I hate it so much, but I'm doing it.
Because I listened to your interview this week, actually.
Oh, how nice.
Just starting to, like I said, there's still like I need to go back and listen to a lot of them, but I've just like really started now that I realize I can listen to them on YouTube without like watching it.
Yeah, which is a great thing. Like, someone was telling me they were doing that while they were driving, like, on a road trip or something, just listening to them.
Right, exactly.
So we have a couple questions in the chat. Rachel would like to know, have you noticed any difference from eating more keto? No?
No, I got excited about keto because you can eat cheese. I feel like that's like something when I'm always like trying to, eat properly, I've always taken out dairy.
Yeah.
I can eat as much, I like cheese. So no difference, but I think my diet's always been pretty clean most of the time. I mean, I love French fries, like I love like junk too. But most of the time, especially when I'm eating at home, I'll eat pretty clean. But no difference with keto. You know what I do notice the difference is I pretty much do like a fasting, and that's I think like the biggest thing for me.
Okay.
Because I do like to eat. Like I like a big dinner, and I eat really light during the day, and then I just kitchen closes after dinner, and it doesn't open again till usually like 11:30, and then if I can push it even further, I do.
Okay.
But I'm not so disciplined. If I'm hungry at 10:30, like I'll eat. Because every day is different, right?
Yeah. Do you find it's more difficult if you work out at night to stay fasted for that long?
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, I think as far as like keto or anything, but keto's got so many good recipes too. So I've really enjoyed kind of going down that road with it. But it's a lot of cheese.
Yeah, cheese is good.
Cheese is good.
So Nicole would like to know, what are your favorite podcasts?
Oh, so of course I listen to Goop, and Goop Fellas is, and then the Goop Beauty. You know what I've really got into is like, I guess a guilty pleasure is all the true crime stuff. That's like super fun. But I listen to like, I'd have to look through and see, but I listen to like the Bulletproof guy and Dak Shepard. Oh my gosh, I love his podcast. He's hilarious. So I usually listen to him. What else do I listen to? True crime. I just started listening to this Canadian true crime. That's my guilty pleasure. That's when I really want to just like, I don't want to hear about healthy eating. I don't want to hear about like spiritual this. I just want to just listen to some junk.
Right.
Which is really, it's like gotten pretty popular. It's kind of sick, right? That we're also, it's so popular. But I think it's all like when Netflix came out with like the Making of a Murder. I never watched it, but I think that's like what started it all.
Yeah, and the Ted Bundy tapes. I
did watch that on Netflix. Like every once in a while I'll find it.
Yeah. I'm like, it is a weird human condition that we are that interested in that kind of deviant, crazy behavior.
And actually who just started a podcast is, do you know who Oliver Hudson is? It's Kate Hudson's like older brother. He's hilarious. I follow him on Instagram. He's really funny. But they started a podcast. It's about siblings.
Well, I heard the two of them. Kate Hudson was on Howard Stern, and they called him, and he was on Howard Stern with her. Like, and he was pretty funny.
He's hilarious. Like, I always watch his Insta stories and stuff.
They may have to get into podcasts.
I don't know. I just kind of happened. So.
So who else do you think we should interview for Ask Tamily?
I'm telling you, where are they now?
Oh, I don't know if we're going to find people.
I know, I'm just joking. Oh my God.
I also don't know if I'm interviewing anybody who's not currently doing the method.
Trainers, that's what you should do.
Oh, yes, that's a great idea. I think somebody asked about us interviewing Courtney. I feel like she might be willing to do that. She's watched some of them before and stuff. But commented.
I'm not very active in the Facebook group, but I am like a member, and I've seen her commenting here and there on some things.
Yeah, we might be able to pull that off, or maybe even some of the other trainers. But I don't know if any other trainers like have ever paid attention to Ask Tamily, but I know Courtney has. So
Courtney and her look, she cracks me up sometimes.
She's the greatest. If we could interview her, that would really be amazing.
Like, I've literally paused the video and rewind it just to say, did you see that look that she just gave you? It's so funny.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. She's fantastic.
She is.
Let me see what other questions that we haven't asked you yet. We don't have any more in the chat. Want to make sure I'm not missing anything. What do your friends and family think of the Tracy Anderson method? I mean, we know what Greg thinks, obviously. Others.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I feel like it's been a little bit of an evolution with it. Mm-hmm. Like, I've had friends that have done it with me. Like, nobody besides Greg has ever, like, really done it and stuck with it that's tried it with me. I think that maybe they think that it's a little crazy. But then I'll have friends a couple friends that follow me on Instagram that don't do it. They're like, oh, I tried to do what you were doing. And I think they find the whole Tamily community a little strange. Mm-hmm. But I think it's becoming a lot more normal now as people are meeting people online. You know, it's just kind of weird. I always used to call the Tamily my imaginary friends. Because it's kind of, but, as time's gone on, like, I've met people, throughout the years, so, you meet your people in real life, and, so, yeah, I think they think it's a little crazy. I think they think it's crazy that, like, you post yourself working out online, and, like, with bras, and I'm so funny, I'll show up to, like, work out almost every day in a t-shirt, and I can't even, like, get started. I always take it off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then I still, like, I don't know, you just get more comfortable with it, I guess.
Yeah,
it's normal. It's normal now.
Yeah, it's totally normal. I mean, there are definitely some things we do as a community that seem so odd, like, from the outside, but I'm like, it's completely normal to post videos of yourself doing workout moves in, very little clothes. It's totally normal.
But you learn so much from watching everybody else's videos, too. Everybody's such an inspiration, and if you're not getting a move, you can just watch somebody else do it, like, maybe watching somebody else do it, it'll click for you.
Yeah. That happens to me all the time. Like, I really think something is too difficult, and then I watch someone else do it, and I'm like, there it is.
And they'll just, like, break it down in, like, a different way. Well, that's why it's also been nice having the trainers teaching the classes, because
absolutely
you get a slightly different, if it's a conversation, you get a slightly different dialect with somebody else doing it. So
yeah, just if their pace is different, like, I feel like if their arms and legs are longer, you can, like, see the move better. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, not knocking Tracy at all, but, like, sometimes it's just watching Anne Claire do something is a whole different experience than, seeing Tracy do it.
And those trainers are amazing that they teach, like, so many classes. And
they really are.
Even Tracy, when she films all this class, like, and she still, like, has so much to give.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. It really is. Well, I think that I've asked you everything. Is there anything you're expecting me to ask that I missed?
Look, I don't know. I'm so, I don't know. No? Did we cover everything?
I think we did. I think I asked you 27 questions.
Wow. See, some of them I'm like, oh, I don't know the answer.
Well, while you have the Tamily watching you, is there anything else you would like to say to them?
No. I think what I've learned from doing this is I need to do more dance cardio, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I used to do it like you forget.
Yeah. And even if you just do a little bit, like you were saying.
And I'm not good at it, so I need to, there's the Maria and leopard pants. I've been doing the same dance cardio. I have it saved. Nikki was sweet and sent it to me. She had it downloaded. And it's like the only one I know, and I'm still not good at it.
Mm-hmm. I would never be good at any of them.
But, you know.
Yeah, but it's good for you.
Good for you. Yeah, and I do like when I do it all the time because you really get like a sense of feeling really light on your feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and it does so much for your endurance.
Right. I just have to not go and think that I can do 2 days in a row of 30 minutes of dance cardio with not having done it for so long.
Yeah, you have to pace yourself.
Right. That's hard sometimes. Easier said than done.
Right. Well, especially once you're on the expert Tamily track of, I don't know how long you've been doing this, 8 years, you really do have to kind of hold yourself back sometimes.
Right. But I'm the same way with running too. I don't really run anymore, but if I was to say, I'm going to go out and run, I'd go run 3 or 4 miles and not think anything of it and remember why that was a bad idea in 2 days.
Yep.
So...
Well, thank you so much for talking with us today and being our 68th Ask Tamily interview.
Yes. Thank you. Everybody have a good day, and I look forward to seeing your Attain post later on today.
Absolutely.
And maybe I'll do a live video. Maybe I'll do a live video of dance cardio.
Oh my God, you have to. Do it. It'll be in honor of Ask Tamily.
Okay. Happy weekend, everybody.
Happy weekend, everybody. And this will be posted on YouTube in a few days.
Bye.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.